six best friends, excited for their first adventure, arrived in the ancient city of Mohenjo-daro. The air was thick with mystery as they wandered through the ruins. Suddenly, an eerie whisper echoed, and everything around them began to shift. English. True story. The Haunting of Mohenjo-daro. It was a bright, sunlight morning when six friends, Farid, Sadaf, Rabi, Hassan, Zain, and Hani, embarked on their journey to the ancient city of Mohenjo-daro. Each of them was drawn by a sense of adventure and intrigue that the historical site promised. Nestled in the Sindhu province of Pakistan, Mohenjo-daro was one of the most ancient civilizations known to humanity. The group had long been fascinated by the mysteries surrounding this city, which had thrived thousands of years ago and then mysteriously disappeared. The journey to Mohenjo-daro was long, and the friends spent their time laughing and preparing for the 10 days they had set aside to explore this incredible piece of history. As they approached the ancient ruins, the vast desert stretched out before them. The towering remains of the lost city, casting eerie shadows under the setting sun. The first few days of their trip were filled with excitement and awe. The group wandered through the narrow streets of the ancient city, marveling at the structures that still stood despite the ravages of time. They visited the famous Great Bath, speculated about the city's advanced drainage system, and admired the craftsmanship of the buildings. Everything seemed surreal, almost as though time itself had paused in this place. As days passed, however, they started encountering something strange. The friends noticed that they often saw people wandering the ruins, dressed in old unfamiliar clothing, seemingly out of place in the modern world. There were a few men wearing turbans, women in long, traditional robes, and even children running through the streets. At first, they assumed these were locals or reenactors hired to give tourists a more immersive experience. The people seemed friendly, always smiling, but oddly, they never spoke. When the friends tried to approach them, the strangers would disappear around corners or into the ruins. The group decided to take photographs of their experience, capturing the breathtaking views and their interactions with the mysterious people they kept seeing. On the fifth day, they noticed something odd. When they reviewed the pictures on Zen's camera, the people they had seen were not in the photographs. At first, they brushed it off as a camera glitch, but as they took more pictures, the pattern continued. No matter how many photos they snapped, the people they saw with their own eyes never appeared in the images. Curiosity turned to unease. Each of them had started to feel a strange sense of being watched, a subtle discomfort that was hard to shake. On the sixth night, they decided to investigate. Armed with flashlights and cameras, they wandered deeper into the ruins after dark. The night air was cool, and the vast expanse of the ancient city felt eerie in the moonlight. They could still see the people in the distance, moving about as if going about their lives. Suddenly, as they rounded a corner, they came face to face with an elderly man, his face lined with age, but his eyes holding a deep sadness. He stood motionless in front of a crumbling wall, staring directly at them. Zen quickly raised his camera and snapped a photo. The flash illuminated the man's face for a brief moment, but when they lowered the camera, he was gone. Their nerves frayed. The group hurried back to their tent and immediately reviewed the picture. To their horror, the man was not in the image. Instead, the picture showed only the ruins and the thick fog swirling in the distance. The realization hit them like a wave. The people they had been seeing were not alive. Panic set in as the group began connecting the dots. These were no ordinary tourists or locals. They had been interacting with the spirits of the long-dead inhabitants of Mohenjo-daro. Each of them felt a chill run down their spine. But why were these spirits appearing to them now? What did they want? Determined to uncover the truth, the friends knew they couldn't leave just yet. They had 4 more days in the city of the dead, and they had to figure out why they were being shown these apparitions. Their time at Mohenjo-daro had taken a terrifying turn, and it was too late to go back. They were already too deep into the shadows of the ancient city. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.